Hello and welcome once again. I'm Sid Kohli and I'm delighted to welcome you all to my neck of the woods. Now, Southampton may not have been India's sport of dreams, but there's plenty of pride to play for in the fifth and final test match, which takes place here in the most iconic, if not most multicultural city in the world. But for me, the world's sporting mecca. This, of course, is London. Fancy football? Cricket fan? Or is tennis your cup of tea? London has you covered all ends up. Just a short 5-minute walk from where I live is Stamford Bridge, the home of Chelsea Football Club. So for all you fans out there, if you fancy watching Eden Hazard play, just rock up here on a Saturday and grab your seat. Chelsea is just one of the 6 London-based Premier League sides. They won 6 league titles and the Champions League in 2012. Next up on a sporty tour of London, I'll visit the home of the world's oldest tennis tournament. But first, let's get a bird's eye view of this amazing city. Best way to do that, you ask? Well, the London Eye, of course. So I'm just about to walk up the London Eye. It's been a good 10 years since I've been up the London Eye, and now is as good a time as any. So let's get touristy. This 135-meter tall Ferris wheel on the south bank of the River Thames was open to the public in the year 2000. One of the UK's most popular tourist attractions. You'll always find a long queue for tickets. But have a quick glance across the structure and you'll see just why. You can see up to 40 kilometers in all directions. That's as far as Windsor Castle on a clear day. It can carry up to 800 people on each rotation. And its 32 capsules represent London's 32 boroughs. With my feet planted firmly on the ground, I make my way to the second stop, Wimbledon. So I'm here at the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club, or simply known as Wimbledon. Behind me is the legendary centre court where the likes of Roger Federer, Rafa Nadal, Pete Sampras and of course Andy Murray have all contested some nail-biting encounters, and I can't wait to actually catch a glimpse of the court itself. But before I walk onto the hallowed turf, it's time to be schooled on the history of this tournament at the museum. So I'm on a tour of Wimbledon and it's by far one of the most stunning museums I've ever seen, and I'm so pleased to share it with all of you. While the first tournament was held in 1877, the club itself was established in 1868. And soon enough, it's time to see the holy grail of tennis trophies. Just before I finally enter. Well, this is unbelievable, it's quite surreal. I'm actually at the legendary centre court. The magic of Wimbledon really lit up my day, but no tour of London is complete without a cruise down the Thames. So let's go. With a length of 215 miles or 346 kilometers, the River Thames is the longest river entirely in England and the second longest in the UK. Thankfully, the view was lovely, and I had a chance to look at some of London's must-see attractions. Recognize Big Ben? There's Tower Bridge. And just as we cross the bridge, here's the Shard. And the legendary warship, the HMS Belfast. Suffice to say, London is beautiful when viewed from land, air or the water. It's time for a quick bite near the pier before I head to the Oval, where the final test match takes place. I'm almost at the Oval, where I'll catch up with a man who's Surrey through and through. The Kia Oval, the home of Surrey County Cricket Club. It is right here that it all started for English Test cricket back in the year 1880. 2 years later, a famous loss at the hands of Australia gave rise to none other than the Ashes, and this stadium also hosted an FA Cup final in the year 1872. And it's right here that India and England will face off in the 5th and final Test match starting on Friday. With over 23,000 people expected, let's hope it's the India fans that roar the loudest. And now it's time to chat to Charlie Hodson, Surrey's commercial director. So Charlie, can you tell us a bit about what Surrey County Cricket Club means to you?
I was born in Guildford, in Surrey. Grew up in a cricket playing family. Got 3 older brothers who all played cricket. We played for Surrey under 12s up until the second team. Never quite good enough, and then disappeared for a few years, and then came back here in 2004 and been working here ever since.
How are you guys preparing to host India in the 5th Test match?
Well, there's a lot of preparation going on, obviously out on the pitch, and a huge amount in the stands, getting ready for, we'll have 25,000 people on the first 3 days, we'll have about 7,500 hospitality covers to deliver. There's a huge amount of work going on behind the scenes before the gates open on Friday.
So what's your prediction?
I think England are going to win 4-1.
Win 4-1? Rogue predictions aside, I've had a fantastic day on the road. Now it's time to go home and I decide to use public transport, just not the kind you may have imagined. Now London, of course, is one of the most well-connected cities in the world. You might have heard of the London Overground, the Jubilee Line, the Central Line, or even the District Line. This over here is the Emirates airline. It's a cable car that provides breathtaking views of the city, and I can't wait to jump on board. Opened in June 2012, the Emirates airline is a link across the River Thames, costing nearly £60 million. It goes from North Greenwich to the Royal Victoria Dock. Now as dawn turns to dusk, it's finally time to go home after what has been a brilliant day out in London. Well, I've certainly had a blast rediscovering London, and I hope all of you have enjoyed it just as much. But as the final Test match beckons, let's hope we get the result we've been longing for. Until next time, thank you and goodbye.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and leave your comments in the comment section below. Click on the bell icon for notifications.